The invention of the electric light bulb. While Thomas Edison is often credited with its invention, the electric light bulb was the result of work by many inventors. Edison's success in 1879 was developing a practical, long-lasting light bulb, which dramatically impacted daily life, extending work and social hours into the night and fostering urban growth. This invention marked a significant leap in human progress, illuminating homes and cities worldwide. The discovery of insulin. In 1921, Frederick Banting and Charles Best discovered insulin, transforming diabetes from a fatal disease to a manageable condition. This breakthrough in medical science has saved countless lives and underscores the importance of research in combating chronic diseases, illustrating the life-saving potential of scientific discovery. The fall of Constantinople. The conquest of Constantinople by the Ottoman Empire in 1453 marked the end of the Byzantine Empire. This event shifted the balance of power in the Mediterranean, leading to the rise of the Ottoman Empire as a dominant force and prompting European nations to seek new trade routes, indirectly leading to the Age of Discovery. The American Civil War. Fought from 1861 to 1865, the American Civil War was a pivotal conflict that decided the fate of slavery in the United States and preserved the Union. It remains one of the deadliest wars in American history and significantly shaped the nation's social, political, and economic landscape, leading to the Reconstruction era and civil rights advancements. The publication of On the Origin of Species. Charles Darwin's On the Origin of Species, published in 1859, introduced the theory of natural selection, challenging contemporary beliefs about species creation. This groundbreaking work laid the foundation for evolutionary biology and altered our understanding of life on Earth, highlighting the scientific method's role in advancing human knowledge. The first transatlantic telegraph cable. Laid in 1858 and successfully transmitting messages by 1866, the transatlantic telegraph cable connected Europe and North America, revolutionizing communication by reducing message delivery times from weeks to minutes and marking the beginning of instant global communication. The French Revolution. Starting in 1789, the French Revolution was a period of radical social and political upheaval in France that profoundly affected French and world history. It led to the downfall of the monarchy, rise of Napoleon, and the spread of revolutionary ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity, significantly influencing the development of modern democratic institutions. The Wright brothers' first flight. On December 17, 1903, Wilbur and Orville Wright achieved the first powered, sustained, and controlled airplane flight in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, ushering in the age of aviation. This momentous event marked the beginning of a new era in transportation, changing the course of global travel, commerce, and warfare. The Apollo 11 moon landing. On July 20, 1969, the Apollo 11 mission successfully landed astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on the moon, with Armstrong becoming the first human to walk on its surface. This monumental achievement in human space exploration symbolized the pinnacle of technological innovation and the spirit of exploration, marking a significant milestone in the space race and human history. The establishment of the Silk Road. The Silk Road, established during the Han Dynasty of China, was an ancient network of trade routes that connected the East and West from China to the Mediterranean Sea. It facilitated the exchange of goods, cultures, and ideas between civilizations, playing a crucial role in the development of the civilizations it connected and promoting cross-cultural interaction and economic development. The invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg. Gutenberg's movable type printing press, invented in the mid-15th century, revolutionized the production of books, making literature and scholarly works more accessible and contributing to the spread of knowledge, literacy, and the ideas of the Renaissance and Reformation in Europe. The signing of the Magna Carta. In 1215, King John of England signed the Magna Carta, a document that limited royal power and laid the foundation for modern democracy and the rule of law. It established the principle that everyone, including the king, was subject to the law, influencing the development of constitutional law in the English-speaking world. The discovery of the New World. Christopher Columbus's 1492 expedition, funded by Spain, led to the European discovery of the Americas. This event marked the beginning of the Age of Exploration and had profound implications for global history, leading to the colonization of the Americas and the extensive exchange of plants, animals, cultures, and peoples between the New and Old Worlds. The Battle of Waterloo. Fought on June 18, 1815, the Battle of Waterloo was Napoleon Bonaparte's final defeat, ending his rule as Emperor of the French and marking the end of the Napoleonic Wars. It reshaped the European political landscape, leading to a period of relative peace in Europe known as the Concert of Europe. The invention of the World Wide Web. Tim Berners-Lee's invention of the World Wide Web in 1989 revolutionized the way we access and share information, transforming the Internet into an integral part of daily life and enabling the digital age. This invention has had a profound impact on society, economy, and culture, facilitating global connectivity and communication. The Russian Revolution. In 1917, the Russian Revolution, comprising the February Revolution and the Bolshevik-led October Revolution, led to the overthrow of the Russian monarchy and the establishment of the Soviet Union. It was a key event of the 20th century that not only changed the course of Russian history, but also had a significant impact on world politics. The development of the polio vaccine. Jonas Salk's development of the polio vaccine in 1955 marked a turning point in the fight against infectious diseases, nearly eradicating polio worldwide and changing the landscape of public health. It demonstrated the potential of vaccines to control and prevent disease, saving countless lives. The invention of the automobile. The development of the automobile in the late 19th and early 20th centuries revolutionized transportation, changing the way people live, work, and travel. Innovators like Carl Benz and Henry Ford played key roles in this transformation, leading to the mass production of cars and the growth of a global automotive industry. The Treaty of Versailles. Signed in 1919, the Treaty of Versailles officially ended World War I, but imposed harsh penalties on Germany, including significant territorial losses, military restrictions, and reparations. The treaty's terms contributed to economic hardship in Germany and are often cited as factors leading to World War II, highlighting the challenges of achieving lasting peace through punitive measures. The Human Genome Project. The completion of the Human Genome Project in 2003, mapping all of the genes in the human genome, was a monumental scientific achievement that has advanced our understanding of genetics, disease, and evolution, paving the way for breakthroughs in genetic medicine and personalized healthcare. The Renaissance. Spanning the 14th to the 17th century, the Renaissance was a period of cultural, artistic, and intellectual revival in Europe, leading to significant advancements in art, science, and thought. It marked the transition from the medieval to the modern era, celebrating humanism and the rediscovery of classical philosophy, literature, and art. The invention of penicillin. Alexander Fleming's discovery of penicillin in 1928 revolutionized medicine by introducing the age of antibiotics, which has saved millions of lives by effectively treating bacterial infections. This breakthrough exemplifies the impact of serendipity in scientific discovery and the potential for research to dramatically improve public health. The discovery of the circulatory system. In 1628, William Harvey published his work on the circulation of blood, accurately describing how blood moves through the human body, pumped by the heart through arteries and returning via veins. This breakthrough in physiology fundamentally changed the understanding of human biology and the medical approach to treating diseases, highlighting the importance of empirical research and observation in advancing science. The construction of the Taj Mahal. Commissioned in 1632 by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his wife Mumtaz Mahal, the Taj Mahal is an architectural masterpiece and a symbol of love and grief. Its construction combined elements from Islamic, Persian, Ottoman Turkish, and Indian architectural styles, becoming a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the world's most admired cultural treasures. The first human in space. On April 12, 1961, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human to travel into space and orbit the Earth aboard Vostok 1. This historic achievement marked a significant milestone in the space race between the Soviet Union and the United States, demonstrating the possibilities of human space exploration and igniting a global fascination with space travel. The Battle of Gettysburg. Fought from July 1st to July 3rd, 1863, during the American Civil War, the Battle of Gettysburg was a turning point in the conflict. It was the war's bloodiest battle and ended with a significant defeat for the Confederacy, marking the beginning of the decline in Confederate fortunes and symbolizing the Union's commitment to preserving the nation and ending slavery. The invention of the telescope. Attributed to Hans Lippershey in 1608, the invention of the telescope revolutionized astronomy and our understanding of the universe. Galileo Galilei's subsequent improvements and observations challenged existing knowledge about celestial bodies and the cosmos, laying the groundwork for modern astronomy and enhancing our perception of our place in the universe. The Suez Canal opening. Opened in 1869, the Suez Canal is a man-made waterway connecting the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea, significantly shortening the maritime route between Europe and Asia. Its construction was a remarkable engineering feat, and it remains a vital link for international trade and navigation, illustrating the impact of infrastructure projects on global commerce and geopolitics. The invention of the radio. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, inventors like Guglielmo Marconi developed the radio, revolutionizing communication by enabling wireless transmission of information over long distances. This invention laid the foundation for modern communication technology, transforming news dissemination, entertainment, and emergency response services. The signing of the Declaration of Independence. On July 4, 1776, the Second Continental Congress adopted the Declaration of Independence, asserting the 13 American colonies' freedom from British rule. This document, primarily authored by Thomas Jefferson, articulated ideals of liberty and self-governance that would inspire democratic movements worldwide, marking a pivotal moment in the formation of the United States. The first powered airplane flight, achieved by Orville and Wilbur Wright on December 17, 1903, the first powered airplane flight in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, inaugurated the age of aviation. This breakthrough demonstrated the feasibility of powered flight and would lead to the development of global air travel, changing the dynamics of transportation, warfare, and global connectivity. The discovery of the polio vaccine. Developed by Jonas Salk and introduced in 1955, the polio vaccine represented a monumental success in medical science, effectively reducing the incidence of poliomyelitis, a debilitating disease. This advancement showcased the potential of vaccines to prevent diseases and protect public health, becoming a cornerstone of modern preventive medicine. The Rosetta Stone decipherment. The decipherment of the Rosetta Stone by Jean-François Champollion in the 1820s unlocked the secrets of Egyptian hieroglyphs, bridging the gap to ancient Egyptian civilization. This breakthrough in linguistics opened up vast fields of academic study, shedding light on Egypt's history, literature, and culture. The invention of the light bulb. Thomas Edison's successful commercialization of the light bulb in the late 19th century illuminated homes and streets, extending productive hours and improving quality of life. This invention catalyzed the electrical age, transforming industrial, commercial, and domestic landscapes. The Battle of Britain. In 1940, the Battle of Britain was a crucial conflict in World War II, marking Nazi Germany's first major defeat and the successful defense of the United Kingdom against aerial attacks by the Luftwaffe. This victory bolstered Allied morale and demonstrated the importance of air power in modern warfare. The creation of the Social Security Act. Enacted in 1935 as part of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal, the Social Security Act established a system of old age benefits, unemployment insurance, and aid for dependent mothers and children, laying the foundation for the modern welfare state in the United States. The eradication of smallpox. Achieved in 1980 through a global vaccination campaign led by the World Health Organization, the eradication of smallpox is one of the greatest achievements in public health, demonstrating the power of international cooperation and vaccination in combating infectious diseases. The invention of the Internet. A transformative development in technology, the creation of the Internet has reshaped every aspect of modern life, enabling global connectivity, instant communication, and access to information, fundamentally altering commerce, education, and social interactions. The fall of the Soviet Union. The dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991 marked the end of the Cold War era, leading to the emergence of 15 independent countries and significant geopolitical shifts. This event signified a major transition in world politics, influencing the course of international relations and the ideology of governance. The Magna Carta signing. In 1215, King John of England's sealing of the Magna Carta limited royal authority and laid the groundwork for constitutional monarchy and the rule of law, influencing the development of democratic principles and civil liberties in the Western world. The discovery of Antarctica. The first sightings and subsequent exploration of Antarctica in the early 19th century opened up a new frontier for scientific investigation, challenging human endurance and sparking international interest in the Earth's last unexplored continent, which plays a crucial role in global climate patterns. The Quantum Mechanics Foundation. The development of quantum mechanics in the early 20th century by scientists like Max Planck, Albert Einstein, Niels Bohr, and Werner Heisenberg revolutionized our understanding of atomic and subatomic processes, laying the foundation for modern physics and technology, including semiconductors, lasers, and quantum computing, profoundly impacting our comprehension of the universe and the nature of reality. The development of the vaccine for COVID-19. In response to the global COVID-19 pandemic that began in 2019, the rapid development and deployment of effective vaccines in 2020 and 2021 showcased the unprecedented speed of scientific innovation and collaboration. This achievement highlighted the critical role of vaccines in controlling pandemics and the importance of global cooperation in public health crises. The construction of the International Space Station, ISS. As a multinational collaborative project, the ISS is a testament to international cooperation in science and engineering. Orbiting the Earth since 1998, it serves as a microgravity laboratory where scientific research is conducted across various disciplines, contributing to our understanding of space and improving life on Earth. The unification of Italy. Completed in 1871, the unification of Italy transformed numerous independent states and territories into a single nation. This process, known as the Risorgimento, was driven by figures such as Giuseppe Garibaldi and Count Camillo di Cavour, leading to the establishment of Italy as a unified parliamentary monarchy and significantly influencing the nationalist movements and political landscape of Europe. The invention of the transistor. Invented in 1947 by William Shockley, John Bardeen, and Walter Brattain at Bell Labs, the transistor revolutionized electronics by providing a compact, reliable method for amplifying and switching electronic signals. This innovation laid the groundwork for all modern electronics, from computers to communication devices, transforming technology and society. The end of the transatlantic slave trade. The abolition of the transatlantic slave trade in the 19th century, culminating with the British Slave Trade Act of 1807 and the U.S. Act prohibiting importation of slaves in 1808, marked a significant moral and humanitarian advancement. While slavery itself continued in various forms, these legislative actions were crucial steps toward its eventual abolition, reflecting changing societal values and the tireless efforts of abolitionists. The harnessing of nuclear energy. The development of nuclear power in the mid-20th century marked a significant scientific and technological milestone, offering an alternative source of electricity generation. While it presents challenges related to safety, waste management, and the potential for weaponization, nuclear energy has had a profound impact on energy policies, research, and discussions about sustainable power sources. The creation of GPS, the Global Positioning System (GPS), developed by the United States Department of Defense and fully operational in 1995, revolutionized navigation and positioning, impacting everything from military operations to everyday civilian use. This satellite-based system enables precise location and time information globally, illustrating the far-reaching implications of space-based technology. The signing of the Paris Agreement. In 2015, the Paris Agreement, a landmark global accord within the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, was adopted by 196 parties. It aims to mitigate global warming by limiting global temperature rise this century. This agreement underscores the international community's commitment to addressing climate change and the urgency of collective action. The invention of plastic. The development of synthetic plastics in the 19th and 20th centuries, starting with Alexander Parks's Parkisine and further innovations by Leo Baekeland and others, revolutionized material science. Plastics have since become ubiquitous in everyday life, providing benefits in terms of versatility and cost-effectiveness, but also posing significant environmental challenges due to their durability and slow degradation rates. The discovery of the exoplanet. The confirmation of the first exoplanets in the 1990s marked a significant advancement in astronomy, expanding our understanding of the universe beyond our solar system. This discovery has led to the identification of thousands of exoplanets, stimulating scientific and philosophical inquiry into the potential for life elsewhere in the universe and the nature of planetary systems. The completion of the Human Genome Project. In 2003, the Human Genome Project was completed, providing a comprehensive map of all human genes. This monumental achievement in biology and genetics has paved the way for advances in diagnosing, treating, and understanding the genetic basis of diseases, as well as revolutionizing fields such as forensic science and biotechnology. The invention of the steam locomotive. George Stephenson's development of the steam locomotive in the early 19th century revolutionized transportation, facilitating the movement of goods and people over long distances and contributing significantly to the Industrial Revolution and the expansion of the railway network globally. The Battle of Stalingrad. The Battle of Stalingrad, 1942 to 1943, was a turning point in World War II, marking the end of Germany's advances into Eastern Europe. The Soviet victory at Stalingrad was one of the bloodiest battles in history and significantly weakened Nazi Germany, shifting the momentum of the war in favor of the Allies. The foundation of the United Nations. In 1945, the United Nations was established to promote peace, security, and cooperation among countries in the aftermath of World War II. It marked a significant effort towards international diplomacy and has played a crucial role in mediating conflicts, advancing human rights, and addressing global issues such as poverty, health, and climate change. The first heart transplant, performed by Dr. Christiane Barnard in 1967, the first successful human heart transplant was a groundbreaking achievement in medicine, opening the door for organ transplantation as a standard life-saving procedure and sparking advancements in immunology and transplant technology. The development of the atomic model. Over centuries, scientists including Dalton, Thomson, Rutherford, and Bohr developed the atomic model, fundamentally changing our understanding of matter and the structure of the atom. These contributions laid the groundwork for modern chemistry and physics, including quantum mechanics and nuclear energy. The writing of the Magna Carta. In 1215, the Magna Carta was written, limiting the power of the English monarchy and laying down legal principles that have influenced the development of constitutional law and individual rights in democratic societies around the world. The discovery of penicillin by Alexander Fleming. In 1928, Alexander Fleming's discovery of penicillin ushered in the antibiotic era, transforming medical treatment and significantly reducing deaths from bacterial infections, highlighting the impact of serendipity in scientific discovery. The launch of the Hubble Space Telescope. Since its launch in 1990, the Hubble Space Telescope has provided invaluable data on the universe, from the planets in our solar system to the most distant galaxies, contributing profoundly to our understanding of astrophysics and cosmology. The French Revolution. Beginning in 1789, the French Revolution led to the rise of democracy and the fall of the monarchy in France, spreading revolutionary ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity worldwide, and profoundly influencing the course of modern history. The invention of the airplane. The Wright brothers' successful flight in 1903 marked the dawn of aviation, revolutionizing transportation and military strategy, and shrinking the globe by making air travel possible. The Discovery of America by Columbus. In 1492, Christopher Columbus's voyage, sponsored by Spain, led to the European discovery of the New World, altering global trade routes and initiating centuries of exploration and colonization. The Apollo moon landing. In 1969, NASA's Apollo 11 mission successfully landed the first humans on the moon, a landmark achievement in human history and space exploration, symbolizing the boundless potential of human ingenuity. The creation of the Internet, developed from ARPANET. In the late 20th century, the Internet has transformed global communication, commerce, and information access, becoming an indispensable part of daily life and a platform for innovation and social interaction. The end of World War II. In 1945, World War II ended with the Allied victory over the Axis powers, leading to the establishment of the United Nations, the beginning of the Cold War, and significant geopolitical shifts that shaped the latter half of the 20th century. The invention of the printing press. By Gutenberg. Johannes Gutenberg's invention in the 15th century revolutionized the dissemination of knowledge, making books more accessible and promoting literacy and education, thus fueling the Renaissance and the scientific revolution. the signing of the Declaration of Independence. In 1776, the American colonies declared their independence from British rule, an event that marked the birth of the United States and inspired struggles for independence and democratic governance worldwide. The Industrial Revolution. Originating in Britain in the late 18th century, the Industrial Revolution marked a significant shift to powered, machine-based manufacturing, reshaping economies, societies, and the global balance of power. The discovery of DNA's double helix structure. Watson, Crick, and Franklin's discovery in 1953 of the double helix structure of DNA revolutionized biology and medicine, opening new avenues in genetics, forensics, and biotechnology. The first use of nuclear weapons. In war, the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945 demonstrated the devastating power of nuclear weapons, prompting ongoing global efforts toward nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation. The development of the vaccine for COVID-19. In response to the 2019 coronavirus pandemic, the rapid development, testing, and deployment of effective vaccines in 2020 and 2021 exemplified the unprecedented pace of medical innovation, highlighting the critical role of global collaboration in public health. The Renaissance. A cultural movement that reawakened interest in classical learning and the arts in Europe from the 14th to the 17th century, leading to significant developments in art, science, politics, and philosophy that laid the foundations of the modern world. The invention of the light bulb. Thomas Edison and others' work on the light bulb in the late 19th century illuminated the world, extending activities into the night and significantly impacting daily life, industry, and entertainment. The fall of the Berlin Wall. The 1989 fall of the Berlin Wall symbolized the end of the Cold War and marked the beginning of German reunification, representing a victory for freedom and democracy in Eastern Europe. The first powered flight, achieved by the Wright brothers in 1903, this breakthrough not only initiated the era of aviation, but fundamentally changed warfare, commerce, and the ability to connect the world. The invention of the computer. The evolution of computing machines from mechanical devices to electronic computers has transformed every aspect of society, including business, medicine, and personal communication, marking a significant leap in technology and information processing. The discovery of the Higgs boson. In 2012, physicists at CERN provided experimental evidence of the Higgs boson, confirming a key part of the standard model of particle physics and advancing our understanding of the fundamental structure of the universe. The Treaty of Versailles. Signed in 1919, this treaty officially ended World War I, but imposed punitive conditions on Germany, contributing to economic turmoil and political instability, which, in part, led to World War II. The eradication of smallpox. Achieved through global vaccination efforts led by the World Health Organization, the eradication of smallpox in 1980 represents one of the greatest achievements in public health, demonstrating the potential of vaccines to eliminate diseases. The Green Revolution. Starting in the 1940s, the Green Revolution involved the development and spread of high-yielding crop varieties, expansion of irrigation infrastructure, and modernization of management techniques, significantly increasing food production globally and preventing famine in many developing countries. The invention of the telephone. Alexander Graham. Bell's patenting of the telephone in 1876 revolutionized communication, making it possible to transmit voice messages over long distances instantaneously. This innovation laid the groundwork for the global telecommunications network, profoundly impacting social interactions and business operations. The formation of the European Union, EU. The EU, established by the Maastricht Treaty in 1993, represents an unprecedented political and economic union of European countries aimed at fostering integration, peace, and prosperity on the continent. It has played a crucial role in shaping European identity, policy, and governance, influencing global economic and political dynamics. The Discovery of Electricity by Michael Faraday. Faraday's 19th century experiments with electromagnetism fundamentally changed our understanding of electricity, leading to the development of electric motors, generators, and transformers, which are the basis of modern electrical power, generation, and distribution. The first successful human genome. Editing, the development of CRISPR-Cas. 9 technology in the 2010 S enabled scientists to edit the human genome with precision, offering potential cures for genetic diseases and opening ethical debates about the use of gene editing in humans. The Battle of Normandy, D-Day. On June 6, 1944, the Allied forces launched a massive amphibious invasion on the Normandy coast of Nazi-occupied France, marking a pivotal turn in World War II by opening a new front in Europe and leading to the liberation of Western Europe from Nazi control. The abolition of the slave trade. The British Parliament's passing of the Slave Trade Act in 1807 marked the beginning of the end for the transatlantic slave trade, a crucial step towards the eventual abolition of slavery throughout the British Empire and inspiring similar legislative efforts globally. The invention of vaccination. Edward Jenner's pioneering work in the late 18th century on smallpox vaccination introduced the concept of immunization, a medical breakthrough that has since saved countless lives from various infectious diseases and laid the foundation for modern public health practices. The launch of the International Space Station, ISS. The launch and assembly of the ISS, beginning in 1998, symbolize international cooperation in space exploration. It serves as a microgravity laboratory where scientific research benefits humanity in fields such as medicine, biology, and material science. The creation of the World Wide Web. Tim Berners-Lee's invention of the World Wide Web in 1989, providing a graphical interface to access information over the Internet, revolutionized how we share and consume information, laying the foundation for the digital age. The signing of the Paris Climate Agreement. In 2015, 195 countries adopted the Paris Agreement, a landmark global pact to combat climate change and accelerate actions for a sustainable low-carbon future, highlighting the international community's commitment to addressing global warming. The invention of the integrated circuit. Jack Kilby and Robert Noyce's invention of the integrated circuit in the 1950s and 1960s miniaturized and revolutionized electronic circuits, leading to the development of modern computers, smartphones, and all forms of digital electronics. The fall of the Soviet Union. The dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991 ended decades of Cold War tensions, leading to the emergence of 15 independent states and a significant shift in international relations, impacting global politics, economics, and security. The development of penicillin as an antibiotic. The mass production and use of penicillin during World War II, spearheaded by scientists like Howard Florey and Ernst Boris Chain, marked the dawn of the antibiotic era, significantly reducing deaths from wound infections and bacterial diseases. The first cloning of a mammal, Dolly the sheep. In 1996, Dolly the sheep became the first mammal successfully cloned from an adult cell, a scientific achievement by Ian Wilmut and his team that sparked ethical debates and discussions about the potential of cloning technologies. The discovery of the Americas by Vikings. Evidence of Norse settlements in Newfoundland, Canada, predates Columbus's voyage by centuries, challenging traditional narratives of the discovery of the Americas and highlighting the extensive exploration and navigation skills of Viking seafarers. The quantum revolution. The development of quantum mechanics in the early 20th century transformed our understanding of matter and energy at the smallest scales, leading to technological innovations such as semiconductors, lasers, and quantum computing, and fundamentally altering our conception of the physical universe. The Manhattan Project and the atomic bomb. The Manhattan Project's development of the atomic bomb during World War II introduced nuclear weapons into warfare, altering global military strategy and international relations, and sparking ongoing debates about nuclear proliferation and disarmament. The construction of the Panama Canal. Completed in 1914, the Panama Canal connected the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, significantly impacting global shipping routes and maritime trade, and demonstrating the possibilities and challenges of major engineering projects. The adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. In 1948, the United Nations General Assembly adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, establishing a global framework for human rights and setting a common standard of achievements for all peoples and nations. The invention of the airplane. The Wright brothers' first powered flight in 1903 marked the beginning of modern aviation, transforming transportation, military strategy, and cultural connections worldwide, and opening up new possibilities for human mobility and exploration. The eradication of smallpox. The global vaccination campaign that led to the eradication of smallpox in 1980 stands as one of the greatest achievements in public health, demonstrating the effectiveness of vaccines and international cooperation in combating infectious diseases. The Industrial Revolution. The transition to new manufacturing processes in Britain from the late 18th to early 19th centuries marked the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, leading to significant social, economic, and environmental changes worldwide and laying the foundations for modern industrial society. The first circumnavigation of the Earth. Completed in 1522 by the remaining crew of Ferdinand Magellan's expedition, the first circumnavigation of the Earth proved the planet's roundness and revealed the full extent of its oceans, significantly advancing geographic and navigational knowledge. The invention of the printing press. Johannes Gutenberg's development of the printing press in the 15th century made books more accessible and affordable, facilitating the spread of knowledge, literacy, and the ideas that fueled the Renaissance, the Reformation, and the scientific revolution. The discovery of the double helix structure of DNA. James Watson, Francis Crick, and Rosalind Franklin's elucidation of DNA's double helix structure in 1953 revolutionized biology and genetics, providing the molecular basis for inheritance and paving the way for advances in genetic engineering and biotechnology. The Apollo 11 lunar landing. The successful landing of Apollo 11 on the Moon in 1969, with astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, marked a monumental achievement in human space exploration and a pinnacle moment of the 20th century, symbolizing the possibilities of scientific achievement and exploration. The creation of the United Nations. Founded in 1945 in the aftermath of World War II, the United Nations aimed to prevent future wars and foster international cooperation. Its formation marked a significant development in global governance and international law, promoting peace, security, and human rights. The Renaissance. A period of intense artistic and intellectual activity that rebirthed interest in classical culture and led to significant developments in art, science, and thought, fundamentally influencing the direction of Western civilization and laying the groundwork for the modern age. The Green Revolution, the agricultural advancements of the mid-20th century, including high-yield crop varieties and modern farming techniques, significantly increased food production and prevented widespread famine, demonstrating the impact of scientific innovation on global food security. The signing of the Treaty of Versailles. The 1919 Treaty of Versailles, ending World War I, imposed punitive reparations on Germany and redrew national boundaries, influencing the geopolitical landscape of the 20th century and contributing to the conditions that led to World War II. The invention of Braille. In 1824, Louis Braille, a Frenchman who lost his sight as a child, developed Braille, a tactile writing system that enabled blind and visually impaired people to read and write. This invention significantly improved accessibility and educational opportunities for the visually impaired, marking a pivotal advancement in inclusivity and autonomy for individuals with disabilities. The discovery of Australopithecus. In 1924, the discovery of the Australopithecus fossil in South Africa by Raymond Dart provided crucial evidence of early human ancestors, dating back millions of years. This find significantly advanced our understanding of human evolution, challenging previous notions about the origin and development of humans and highlighting the complexity of human ancestry. the first transatlantic flight. In 1919, British aviators John Alcock and Arthur Brown made the first non-stop transatlantic flight, flying from Newfoundland to Ireland. This historic flight demonstrated the potential of aviation to overcome great distances, paving the way for the development of international air travel and shrinking the perceived size of the world. The invention of the microprocessor. In 1971, Intel introduced the 4004, the world's first commercially available microprocessor. This compact, integrated circuit revolutionized computing by miniaturizing and significantly enhancing processing power, leading to the development of personal computers, modern digital electronics, and the information technology revolution. The formation of the League of Nations. Established in 1920 in the aftermath of World War I, the League of Nations aimed to maintain world peace and prevent future conflicts through collective security and diplomatic efforts. Though ultimately unsuccessful in preventing World War II, the League set the groundwork for the United Nations and modern international cooperation. The Discovery of the Americas by Leif Erikson. Around the year 1000, Norse explorer Leif Erikson is believed to have reached North America, specifically Newfoundland, centuries before Columbus. This Viking exploration of the New World, evidenced by archaeological finds, underscores the extensive seafaring and exploratory capabilities of the Norse people. The signing of the Kyoto Protocol. In 1997, the Kyoto Protocol was adopted as a global agreement to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and combat climate change. It was the first treaty to set legally binding obligations on industrialized countries to reduce their emissions, marking a significant step in international efforts to address global warming. The creation of Bitcoin. In 2009, an individual or group under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto introduced Bitcoin, the first decentralized digital currency. This innovative technology not only challenged traditional financial systems, but also introduced blockchain technology, heralding a new era of digital currency and decentralized ledger systems. The Discovery of Penicillin by Alexander Fleming. In 1928, Fleming's observation of penicillin's antibacterial properties marked the beginning of modern antibiotics, revolutionizing the treatment of bacterial infections and having a profound impact on medical practice and public health. The first cloned mammal, Dolly the sheep. In 1996, Dolly the sheep became the first mammal successfully cloned from an adult somatic cell by scientists at the Roslin Institute in Scotland. This landmark achievement in genetic science sparked ethical debates and discussions about the possibilities and limits of cloning technologies. The Chernobyl disaster. In 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine experienced the world's worst nuclear accident, resulting in significant radioactive contamination. This disaster had profound environmental, health, and political impacts, highlighting the risks of nuclear energy and leading to reforms in safety protocols worldwide. The adoption of the Gregorian calendar. In 1582, Pope Gregory XIII implemented the Gregorian calendar, a refinement of the Julian calendar, to correct discrepancies with the equinoxes. This reform standardized the calendar system used by most of the world today, illustrating the impact of scientific understanding on daily life and global standardization. The invention of the telegraph. Samuel Morse's development of the electric telegraph in the 1830s and the Morse code system revolutionized long-distance communication, allowing messages to be transmitted quickly over wires. This invention laid the groundwork for modern telecommunications and significantly impacted commerce, journalism, and personal communication. The launch of Sputnik. 1. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1, the world's first artificial satellite, into orbit. This event marked the beginning of the space age and the space race between the Soviet Union and the United States, emphasizing the strategic importance of space exploration and technological superiority during the Cold War. The ratification of the 19th Amendment. In 1920, the 19th Amendment to the United States Constitution was ratified, granting women the right to vote. This milestone in the women's suffrage movement represented a significant advancement in civil rights and gender equality, influencing feminist movements worldwide.